Okay. Does it look like a filter? No. Hey, what's good? What's up? So, I was online looking for people doing reviews of this Morphe foundation. Couldn't find people who were doing the shades that I wanted to try, so I decided to record my own video. So if you are my skin color and you don't know which shade to get, don't worry, I got you. So when I was online, I was looking at the Morphe foundation and I didn't know which shade to get, but I thought that I might be shade number 31. I read the description of it, and the description says it is deep rich with golden red undertones. And then number 32 says deep rich with neutral red undertones, and shade number 33 says deep with slightly golden undertones. I was never considering 33, but I was definitely considering number 31. Looking at the image and everything, it looks pretty kind of orange, but it also looks like my Fenty shades that I wear. Those shades are 420 and 430. Mixed together, they are my perfect shade. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and tell anyone who's looking for this foundation to compare it to what your other foundations look like. Usually when you go into Ulta or Sephora, they try to match you by holding the shade up to your neck or to your face or sometimes to your hand. Don't ever match with your hand. Always match to your neck, because that's usually what you're trying to match with, or your face. If your face and neck is the same color, then match it to your face or your neck. But me, I have a darker perimeter and then a lighter center. The lighter center is mostly matching to my neck, but obviously my neck is the lightest, my hands are darker. So I would say match to your neck, because if you don't like to put foundation on your neck, then you can just have your face matching your neck and you don't have to worry about putting foundation on there. That's why I like to match to my neck. So anyway, it comes in this frosted bottle. It has a pump. The pump, when I was watching Shayla's video, her pump looked really messy, and I was wondering why. Like, why does it look like that? Like, it was all over the place. Now I know why. It's because when you press the pump down and then let it release, like, it has like a little kickback. So when you press it down, you'll see it when I use it, but when you press it down, it does a little kickback and it pushes out more foundation. And all of the pumps are like that, so that's very wasteful. I think that's just like a flaw in their design. I don't know why they didn't notice that or didn't fix that before they created every pump to be the same and pushed it out here for sale, but whatever. It's $20. It looks really nice, like the packaging and everything. It looks sleek or whatever. So let me tell you a little bit about it real quick. Something that I thought was cool is it's a cream foundation. When I was looking at it, I was like, oh, okay. That's interesting, because usually when I see foundations, they're called liquid when they come in the bottles or in the squeezy tubes or whatever. I've never seen them, and maybe there are cream foundations that come in a bottle, but it's like this says cream, and I was like, okay, that's cool. That makes me more like, oh, cream. I don't even have a cream foundation, so that's like, this is a quote-unquote cream foundation with a pump. So it says, this is the Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. The basics: it's a cream, the finish is natural, the coverage is medium to full, and it's for all skin types. The benefits are, it has hyaluronic acid in it to deeply hydrate your skin. It has vitamin E in it to protect from stressors. Diffuses the look of imperfections. It's a luxe formula crafted in Italy. Why did we need to know that it was made in Italy? I don't know, that's just them trying to make it all extra fancy, I guess. So yeah, best filter ever. The Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation is an oil-free, skincare-infused foundation that delivers a natural finish for healthy-looking skin. This luxe, long-wearing formula is designed to blur and diffuse the look of imperfections while deeply hydrating and nourishing the skin. Crafted in Italy for the ultimate soft focus filter effect look, and powered by high-performing, skin-perfecting ingredients. This silky smooth, medium to full coverage is buildable and developed across 40 shades for a range of skin tones and undertones. Plus, it's made to keep up with you thanks to sweat-proof, transfer-proof, and waterproof performance that lasts 12 hours. It's the best filter you'll ever use. And then it says, key features: hyaluronic acid boosts moisture levels, and vitamin E delivers antioxidant protection. Pore blurring pigments diffuse the look of imperfections, so basically it's very pigmented. natural buildable coverage, long wearing, sweat proof, and transfer proof. I knew I was reading all of this for a reason. That's the other thing. It was in a larger description too. I just missed it in my mind. But basically it is claiming to be sweat proof, transfer proof, and waterproof. Free of oils, free of fragrances, and free of parabens. And again, crafted in Italy. So that's something that is attractive to me when it's transfer proof, because obviously in this time we are all, or a lot of us are, wearing masks. Even if we weren't wearing masks, like, who, you know, you don't want your freaking makeup to be transferring all over the place. So that sounds like a plus. That's 2 things that I like so far. Well, actually 4 things: the hyaluronic acid, the vitamin E, medium to full coverage, cream, the cream foundation that just makes it like, I don't know, something about like cream foundation just always sounds so luxe to me. But anyways, let's swatch it. Oh, real quick, so when you are looking for your shade online or when you're in the store, think about the foundation that you have at home. So whatever it is that you are currently wearing, think about how it looks. Like I was saying, when they try to match you in the store, they always try to hold it up to your skin. Remember this, foundation for the most part oxidizes. It's going to get darker. Someone matched number 33 up to me, and she did that because she was like, well, 32 and 31, which I was looking at 31, remember, looks too orange. She was like, that's gonna run too orange on you. I agree. However, that's at the first glance. When you put it on, you have to remember that it's definitely going to get darker. And I've already tried this. Actually, I've already tried all 3 of them, and it definitely did get darker. I'm still going to put it on for you today. So number 33 is the first one that I bought and took home. And when I wore it, it looked great until like it just got darker. So this will be my summer shade. It looks great for me as a summer shade. And I normally wear Fenty 420 and 430 mixed together to get my perfect like undertone and skin tone and everything. In Maybelline, I wear 360 Mocha. Actually, all of my foundation shades that I wear, they're all in the description box, so make sure you check it. Number 31 actually looks the closest to my 430. Number 33 is actually darker and kind of like deeper and redder than 430. And that's why when I put it on, it was darker. So make sure that you remember whatever foundation that you are currently wearing, just remember what that looks like in the tube, because that's what you are gonna wanna grab when you're at the store. Just trust your instincts and trust that, like, okay, if it looks like this, just know that later on it's gonna like oxidize down to your actual skin color for the most part. All right, so I'm gonna do some swatches and then I'm gonna pick a shade to wear all over my face today. I'm sitting on the floor because I just wanted to sit on the floor. Actually, I thought it would be more comfortable to sit on the floor. I just wanted it to be like more casual. I didn't want to be all like, okay, I'm dropping shit. Hold on. Let's swatch number 33 first. Let me grab a brush. Okay, so, oh, I forgot to mention, it comes with a brush. I was looking at this brush while Shayla was using it and while other people were like opening their PR boxes, and I was like, I really want that brush. I'm so obsessed with brushes. I love brushes, especially if I feel like they are going to be really good face brushes or something just really useful. And this is actually a good brush. I tried it. It works really well with this foundation, especially since it is cream. So it's like it doesn't really, the product doesn't soak into the brush, at least not when I used it. I applied it like directly to the brush, which I won't do again because one pump is a lot. Yeah, just be careful when you are using the pump. But anyways, the brush is called Morphe E63. You can get a free brush with a foundation. Normally it is $16, but again, it's free until sometime in March. So from the time that it came out, which was January 31st, all the way through March, you can get a free brush with the if you buy the foundation. And right now at Ulta, they're having like a $3.50 coupon, so you can really get the foundation for like $16.50 and then get a free brush also. Like, you might as well go try it out. And if it doesn't work, just take the foundation back and keep the brush. I guess it was free. It's a free gift. But I like it. It's a really good brush. You can use it for powder or cream or liquid or whatever. It's a really good size brush too. I'm always looking for a good brush to do like that side cheek area. I have so many face brushes at this point, but yeah, that's just another little tip. So anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do some swatches and then I'm gonna do my face. So right now I'm gonna start with shade number 33. You see that? When I lifted my hand, it was still, like as the pump was rising back up, it was still squeezing the foundation out. And that's a lot. That's a lot. That wasn't even a whole pump. That wasn't even a half a pump. And it's kind of thick, the formula is, so it's like, that's a lot of product right there that came out. Anyways, I'm gonna swatch number 33. Kind of towards the back because that's where I'm the darkest. But whatever, I'm gonna put it back somewhere. And I'm gonna kind of blend it in because that's what it would look like if I was wearing it. And again, this shade is considered the slightly golden undertone, deep with slightly golden undertone. Okay, the next shade I'm squirting on here is 32. So you can already see like the difference. This is 33, this is 32. It looks kind of like a jump also. I noticed that. It's kind of a jump, like there could be a shade in between there. And this one is more red, obviously. I'm more of a yellow undertone, like my skin is dark. I have redness in my skin, like reddish brown, but my undertone is yellow. So that's what number 32 looks like. Okay, and then here's number 31. And number 31 is much more orangey red. So 33 is described as deep with slightly golden undertones. 32 is deep rich with neutral red undertones. And then 31 is the one I just put on the plate. Deep rich with golden red undertones. So what does yellow and red make? Orange. So anyway. And that is what that looks like. Kind of another jump. You have to let it dry down and oxidize and kind of blend it in to see like what it's really gonna do. And I should have swatched it on my neck. Maybe I will. You see the difference? When I put it on my neck, it's a closer match to my neck than it is to my face because my neck is lighter. So that's kind of like what I go on. And it's still kind of orange, to be honest. It's orange, but I'm gonna let it dry down some more. I'm telling you, like 33, when I first put that on, I was like, that is a damn near perfect match. But as the day went on, it was like getting darker and darker. I could really wear all three of these shades like separately. It would just be the closest match that they have for me, and that's fine. But I'm determined to choose at least one of these. I don't like having to mix foundations. Like if I can just go and find a foundation that I can just put it on. So my thing is, I be trying to look for a foundation that I can just throw it on real quick and go. Like I don't have to do much work to it. Maybe I don't have to put concealer on if I don't want to. Like if I'm just trying to be real quick about it and I have breakouts at the time, which currently I do, I just be looking for something I can just throw on real quick. I'm gonna let that finish drying down and see what we got. As a matter of fact, I just thought of something. I think something that will also be helpful is if I swatch these same three shades on the other side, but in reverse order. So I'm gonna put 33 here and then 32 and then 31. Just so that you can see what I'm talking about, see the difference. Because usually the way that I can tell a foundation is too dark for me is if I put it on all over my face and it darkens the center of my face. You can look at this in a couple different ways. You can look at it as I like it dark because then I don't have to put as much makeup on to bring back everything in my face. So basically you may not have to put on like a contour or a bronzer because the foundation is already good and deep enough so that when you put your concealer on to highlight, it brings back the center of your face, but you don't have to like go around the perimeter of your face to add like bronzers and any contour or anything like that. it really just depends, because otherwise if you find a foundation that you can put on all over and it looks like skin, like if it's a really good foundation and you don't want to put concealer on, then that way you can mostly put it kind of from the center of your face out and don't blend it all the way to the edge so it don't look like you got a mask on, and then do whatever you want to blend out the edges of it, put some bronzer and things on. So there's a couple ways you can do that or look at it. I like 33, the darkest one, because it doesn't have like a wild like red or orange tone to it. And last but not least, 31. And obviously this is gonna be, it's gonna look super bright on the back side of my face, because again, back here is the darkest part of my face. It did cover though, like as far as coverage goes. So that's interesting. Can't wait to blend it out. So another thing, redness in a foundation, orangeness in a foundation, those help cancel out your dark spots and stuff. So it's just a lot of things to take into consideration when you are looking for the right foundation shade. All right, I think this other side, obviously it hasn't been hours yet, but so far here's what it looks like dried down. I know what you're thinking. Girl, 33 is your shade. Because that's what I'm thinking too. But when I look at this side and you can clearly see the dark streak, it's like, this is my summer shade. So one idea I had yesterday was, what if I mix the middle shade, number 32, with my Fenty 420? What would happen if I did that? So I'm gonna do that and show you what happens. So if you can see that, there it is, depending on how you turn. It made a really good match. So there's another option, soft matte Fenty. So I'm gonna wipe all of this off. All right, I'm back. So going with number 32. So like I said, last time I squeezed it onto the brush. This time I'm using a palette and I'm just gonna kind of brush it on like so. And then blend it out with a beauty blender. I like this brush. It's a really good shape too, because you can kind of just brush it onto the tip and kind of get right over here if you like to do your brows first. So the biggest thing for me is trying to cover up that dark, there's like a dark area usually on my skin, like this basically, right there. Okay, I think that was one pump on one side. So far it looks like it has like a little bit of a sheen to it. Not a sheen, because that's a strong word. It just looks hydrated, moisturized. That's what it looks like. I just like to spread it out evenly on the brush, tapping it on here, and then kind of press it onto my skin. Press it into my skin. Around the eyes, I just like to kind of tap more so than drag. Don't drag your eyes if you can help it. The reason I like to put foundation kind of under my eye area instead of going in straight to concealer is because sometimes, depending on the concealer, I can see the concealer start to kind of lift under there, and I'll see my skin coming through, and it seems like it just works better when I put concealer on top of the foundation instead of straight on top of my skin. Again, depending on the concealer. I just be trying to find different ways to do my makeup, and I'm always excited when a new foundation come out, especially a new affordable foundation, because I'm interested to see like how they are improving the foundations, the more affordable ones. So the Beauty Blender is just to press it into the skin and make it more flat so that it's not just sitting on top of your skin. It makes it more skin-like, and that's with any foundation. Like whenever you're applying the liquid or cream type foundations, you want to follow it up with a Beauty Blender to press it in, and then if you want to add more coverage, add the coverage on top after you press it in, and then do that same thing again. I explained this in my celebrity makeup video, so if you want to watch that, go visit my channel, or I'll put it either in the description box or in the comments or somewhere. So here is what the coverage looks like. Okay, so as we can see, it's kind of red, which we already knew from the swatches. It's actually making me wonder, like, should I have gone with 31? Maybe I'll put like a little bit of 31. I don't really want to pack it on just in case that makes it like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna put 31 on in the center. Okay, here is 31. I'm gonna use the Morphe M536. Maybe I should have used a different brush. This is kind of prickly, and I don't like that. Definitely should have used a different brush. But I'm gonna thug it out because I already started it. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. I'm about to open my patio door. Let some of that cool winter breeze through. Okay, I'm gonna follow that up with a Beauty Blender because that brush is trash for the way that I use it anyways. So far, so good. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then I'll be back. I'm gonna conceal with this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and that is in the shade 10. Like literally the tiniest amount to start with anyway. This is a Rare Beauty brush. It's like a little finger, but without the warmth. It's really nice. This brush, literally, I love that the product doesn't soak into this. I haven't tried it with other foundations yet, but with the Morphe foundation, because it's a cream, I'm guessing, it does not soak into this brush. It's crazy. Like once you use what's on the brush, it's off the brush. Like there is no remainder really. That's cool. I like it. Love innovation, especially in makeup. One thing I can see already is the creasing in my smile line area. So just a little note. Here's the foundation. Again, the major thing that I see, the major flaw aside from the kickback pump, is the smile lines. So it says it is transfer proof. I didn't set it with any powder except the center of my face. So I'm gonna do a test down here. It barely transferred, so that's nice. There it goes. This is the lower part of my cheek. This is where I have all my blush and my contour. I think it did a great job. Yeah, it barely transferred, so that's cool. Now that we did the transfer test, I am gonna go ahead and at least set the smile lines just to see if that helps. I'm gonna set it with Fenty 410 powder foundation. And then I'm gonna set the rest with my Fenty 420 powder foundation. I love this brush. This is a really good brush. It's a good multi-use brush. And then last thing is the lips. My new favorite lip is this Rare Beauty Lip Supple. Is that how you say it? Souffle, my bad. This lip souffle, I think that's what they're called. Like a matte, plushy, soft lipstick. And I love, this is the best brown I have ever applied to my lips. It's freaking gorgeous. I love it. Get it together, camera. Okay, this shade is called Thrilling. That's the brown shade. And then I'm gonna also put on Rare Beauty in the shade Brave. It's kind of orangey. And then I'll tap on a little bit of Fenty Up to No Good in the center just to brighten it up. And this is the Fenty Mademoiselle. So setting the smile lines didn't seem to help. Maybe it's because I should have put a sticky primer in that area like I normally do. Also, I should have set it right away in that area, and maybe that would help too. I don't know, but even when I tried it before, it did the same thing. So maybe that's like a thing with cream foundations. So anyways, that's the video. I used shade 31 in the center and 32 all over, and my summer shade is 33. I hope this video was helpful. Tell me what you think down in the comments. And FYI, I look much more dewy on camera than I do in person. And I think that's because of all the lights. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next. Hello. Okay, so I am sitting here editing this video, and I wanted to jump in and give like some final thoughts about how I feel about the foundation, because I realized I didn't really do that. I want to say, like, I know that right now my skin is acting up, but regardless, I have put on foundation and concealers and stuff, and it has made it like my skin look smoother and better. For example, or even powders. For example, I love Fenty. If you follow my channel, you know I love Fenty. They just really came through for your girl. And for my skin color, for people who are my skin color. So basically, it's what I wear. So I compare things to that because it's what I like. I do have other foundations that I really like, drugstore and high end. Yeah, basically, I just want to say when it comes to this foundation, I didn't like the creasing around the mouth area. It really creased a lot. Okay, we are back. So, what was I saying? Basically, I've seen better. So the foundation, what do I like about it? I like that I found a decent match, a number 32. I like that I'm able to wear at least 3 of the shades out of all the 40 shades. That's cool. As far as like a natural finish, I wouldn't say that it has a natural finish. I don't think so. It still looks like I have on makeup. It looks like not the best when I put powder on top. I don't know why. Okay, to be honest, the mouth area, the creasing part is really bothersome, and it doesn't really look skin-like. It looks like makeup. So natural finish, I think that just means that, I don't think they were going for skin-like anyways. I think that it just means like it's not dewy, it's not matte, it's just somewhere in between there. It's definitely wearable if you can get around the mouth creasing part. Concealer sits on top of it just fine. It does get dewy. It definitely you will get shiny. So keep some powder on deck or some blotting papers or something. Shayla said, best foundation ever. No, it's not. It's not. It's not bad, but it's definitely not the best. It's far from the best foundation ever. There's some really good foundations out there, so that's a big statement. That's a big claim, you know. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. What else did it say that this foundation will do? Hydrate, definitely. Obviously, I can't tell if it's hydrating my skin, but I can tell that I'm shiny. It looks moisturized. The coverage, it is medium to full coverage, yes. Oh, filter. Okay. Does it look like a filter? No. Yes, you get coverage, but a lot of foundations out there give you coverage, but there's foundations out there that lay flat on your skin and look like skin. I wouldn't say that this looks like a filter. Maybe I need to take some pictures, but just looking at it on video, it's debatable. How about that? Because obviously makeup that's going to be full coverage is going to cover your face. And what does a filter do? It really kind of like blurs you out. Okay, that's what it is. This doesn't really blur you out. I feel like Fenty's loose powders blur you out. I feel like Fenty's soft matte makeup, it blurs you out. It's really good at doing that. And I feel like this doesn't give me that same effect. And no, I don't think I'm being biased. I'm just calling it how it is, you know, like I see it. What else? Vitamin E, long wearing, and sweatproof. Sweatproof, I'm guessing that means that it won't like drip off of your face if you are sweating. I'm oily right now, which is different from sweating. It says the makeup is free of oils. It doesn't have a fragrance. That's true. It doesn't have a fragrance, but it also doesn't smell crazy. I've had foundations and concealers and stuff that smell like paint and chemicals and all kinds. Like, I just can't. So I'm glad that this doesn't give me that smell. It does have a light scent to it, but it's not perfumey. It's barely noticeable. Basically, I think that's everything. But as far as it being like soft focus, filter type foundation, I don't think so, but I really do like the coverage. It's like the foundation you throw on real quick when you're just trying to go do something, you know? Like, I feel like some of us have our expensive foundations where, you know, if you about to go out or go to an event or go someplace and it's special or whatever, it's kind of like clothes and outfits. You put on the best outfits for special occasions. And then this is more like some quick everyday, some real quick, I'm going to the grocery store, but I have a freaking breakout that I don't want the world to see. So I'm gonna throw this on. Or I'm going to, I don't know, where do y'all be going when y'all just throw on some makeup? But yeah, it's like that. My heat just turned on. But it's definitely not replacing my Fenty. It's not even replacing my Maybelline, the Superstay Stick foundation, because that was really good. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't agree with the claims that it's a filter and it's blurring and all that stuff and super smoothing and all that, like a filter would be. I've had foundations look like that, and this isn't one of them. I still see a lot of the texture in my face. Again, I can't blame texture on a foundation. Well, actually, some foundations you can blame texture on. But what I'm saying is it didn't really smooth over that stuff. And I feel like I've had times when I have had texture and stuff on my face. Other foundations kind of like, it just looked better. You know, it looked smoother. It looked Look at my videos. Like, I like to get up close and personal with the videos. And obviously when you have really bad breakouts, that's no makeup is gonna cover that. It just is what it is. But I'm talking about just regular, like pores and texture and stuff on your skin. I don't know, it just didn't really give me that. I'll have to try it again. I like that it, oh, that's a really big plus, that it doesn't really transfer as much as other foundations. It's cool. It's definitely not the best ever, but I wouldn't rely on this, even though it's a 12-hour wear. I wouldn't rely on this at like an event or something. It sucks because it's like, I love that it's almost transfer free, but I don't like that it started to crease immediately after I put it on around the mouth area. So if we can get around that and around the fact that it doesn't really smooth you out, then we could be talking about something, you know? Anyway, I just wanted to come back and throw in some final thoughts because I realized I didn't do that in the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you when I see you.